Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I am great. Patiently waiting for you to
well,
be ready to come to work.
Taking my sweet old time. I want to make sure I make my list and check it twice to see if Heidi's naughty or nice. Oh, wait, no, that's not my job. My job is to make sure I have a Dear John letter ready. Look, I got one right here. My dear... Wait a minute. This ain't a Dear John letter. Anyway, I do have it. I didn't print it. It's in my email. So
Okay.
It's in my computer, whatever you call it. It's over here. I'll point over there. It's right over there. It's in that thing. Also, I've got a quote for today. You ready for that?
Ready.
All right. Terry Pratchett says, "You can't go around building a better world for people. Only people can build a better world for people. Otherwise, it's just a cage." Oh, that's true. It is true. I built a better world for you.
That's ridiculous.
Would you please let me out of it now? I want out of this cage.
Okay.
All right. This has been an interesting quote for today. We've got a lot of fun stuff to get to. Thanks for listening on a Thursday.
John and Heidi.
We're in that special time of year, one of my favorite times when we celebrate with family and friends. But often that celebration involves alcohol, so please have non-alcohol options available. Sadly, too many times that's not an option, and that can lead to drinking and driving, and much worse. If you're having a party, have a plan. And remember, if you or someone you know needs help kicking a drinking problem, there's a toll-free number you can call, 800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is Thursday. It is December the 14th. We are cruising right through. Tomorrow is like halfway point for the month already. Can you believe that?
I can.
It is International Monkey Day. I love monkeys.
I love monkeys.
I know you do. You know, we were recently in Dominican Republic, and we did not go to Monkey Island. Everybody was talking about how awesome it was, and we were like, maybe we should have gone.
We should have.
I didn't realize that was such a cool thing until everybody was showing photos. I was like, man, we should have gone and saw the monkeys. Maybe next time. Hey, it's also National Boobazil Day.
Boobazil?
Boulabase. Bouillabaisse. National, whatever that is. It's also Roast Chestnuts Day. So there you go. I'm not sure what boobazil. I'm looking to see. It says it's a tasty...
I've never had roasted chestnuts. Have you?
No, I've never had that. It says tasty Mediterranean fish stew is what that...
Oh, yeah, probably won't be partaking in that.
Whatever it is. Let's move on. Don't know what I'm talking about. You're listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Are you paying a bundle to have the channels you want? And even more to have a DVR to watch the shows when you want to watch them? ChannelSurferTV.com wants to help. We have a few options that could save you 45% with Dish TV. Call 1-800-818-3967. See how much you can save by cutting the cable. Plus, we can help you watch on your mobile device. Call 1-800-818-3967. This is a limited time offer that can change fast. Call 1-800-818-3967 or learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com.
Coming up, we got your brain on drugs, but first, take a listen to this. It says a new study finds when you stare into a baby's eyes, your brain waves will become synchronized. That explains why I always poop my pants when I'm with babies.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't really. That was supposed to be a joke, and Heidi did not laugh. Let's try it again. That's why I always... No, you don't want to... Second time, just as bad? Should I have said... soil myself? Is that what I should have said?
No, I just think that was just...
That was dumb? Okay.
It just crossed the line a little bit.
I was just being silly. New study finds when you stare into a baby's eyes, your brain waves become synchronized. So there you go. Now we all know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. Eric Friedberg called 911 after fleeing a traffic stop to complain that there's a cop chasing me. During the traffic stop, a deputy spotted a baggie that contained a green leafy substance.
Uh-oh.
The suspect then grabbed the bag, put it in his mouth, and sped away. Then he called 911 saying, "I need help. Please, there's a police officer chasing me." He told 911, "Please call my mom." Then
Oh
he
my
said
gosh.
he wanted to speak to the president, noting Donald Trump is a friend. Sure he is. And they said, we made a deal.
Sure.
We made a deal. When deputies finally caught him and got him off the road, they found a glass pipe with burnt leafy residue on them. They later tested the particles and tested positive for marijuana. He's being charged with tampering with evidence, resisting an officer, and 2 counts of battery of an officer. So,
Wow.
not a good day for that young man.
No,
Whether
definitely
he knows
not,
the
not
president
good
or not.
choices.
No, bad choices. This is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Alec Baldwin is blasting John Oliver and Stephen Colbert for, quote, having comedy shows that act like grand juries. So he's saying, you guys can't just make somebody guilty because it's on your show. So we kind of talked. I can't believe we're actually agreeing with him. But we talked about that earlier this week, where we are no longer in an innocent until proven guilty society. It's like guilty until proven innocent. And he's blasting these shows saying, you guys got to quit assuming that everybody's guilty just because somebody blames them.
I am pleasantly surprised, I must say.
Seth Rogen is in the news. He said he will no longer appear on satellite radio, Sirius, anymore because Steve Bannon has a radio show there.
Oh, good
so he
Lord.
said, I'm no longer coming on as a guest.
Oh, no. Whatever will the world do without Seth Rogen?
He's not a Seth Rogen fan. Hey, Netflix has a series called The Crown, and there's people upset because they're going to portray JFK as an abusive substance abuser in an upcoming episode.
Oh.
So there's people freaking out about that, saying, hey, be polite. And Margot Robbie, she's the young lady that got to portray Tanya Harding, and the two of them finally met for the first time this week after portraying her in the new movie, I, Tanya. So
I wonder what Tanya Harding thinks of the
I
film.
don't know. I think it would be interesting to find out. But there you go. This has been
She must have liked it because she didn't bash that lady's knee in with a...
Hey, we have a story coming up that's talking about how bad on the knees holiday shopping is, by the way. So just a coincidental there.
Really?
Yeah, that's on the way. And this has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
This is the time of year to wrap up one year and begin another. For many businesses, that means a new budget is coming soon. Now, if you have some funds left in your current year's budget, we can help you make that go far. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable. So let us help create a jingle for your business that you can use for years to come. If you have some funds left in the budget this year, we can help you get it done now. If you want to wait until the new year and the new budget, we can lock in a special rate now and you pay later. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. RadioReallyWorks.com.
Now your scoop of the day. If your knees are aching, holiday shopping might be the culprit. According to a survey, the most common physical complaint of shoppers is knee pain. Hours of walking, lugging heavy packages, and standing in lines result in feeling stiff and sore in the knee region.
Ha.
That is not my complaint, by the way. My complaint would be all of you other people. Just so you know.
I've never had problems with my knees from shopping.
I have to tell you, I love people. I mean, I do. Wouldn't you say? I'm a people person. I just don't like a lot of people. I mean, all at once in a store that I'm trying to get something from. I tend to avoid crowds.
Oh, I love...
And that's the funny thing.
Shopping.
You love crowds.
I love shopping in crowds, but I don't like to be... Right.
She's an introvert who loves crowds. I'm an extrovert who doesn't like crowds. Is that weird? Are we weird? All right. Hey, somebody broke into a repair shop in Wyoming and stole some guns and a bunch of cash. Police knew right away who did it because the guy left behind a receipt from a different business. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. This is not the first time we've
left
heard
a receipt like with his credit card information on it.
Like his info was on it. Yeah. So they were able to track it down and go, okay, hey, guess what? We caught you. So, yeah, that's just not smart. A couple has been sentenced to prison after they conned an elderly Oregon man out of $3 million, then spent all the money in Las Vegas gambling. Can you believe that?
Oh, that poor guy.
I sure hope that there's...
But if he had $3 million to give, I would assume he's probably doing fine, right?
I hope that wasn't his last dime.
Right.
You know, either way, I just think that's a bad idea. Have you heard about Christmas tree eyebrows? Do you know what this is?
No.
I just don't get it. Christmas tree eyebrows. I got to say something. By the way, if you're listening and you have Christmas tree eyebrows, I'm sure they look good on you. Just want to make sure I say that. Back to me not understanding. Christmas tree eyebrows are the latest craze in fashion. They were created by a lifestyle vlogger. You know what that is?
Yes.
That is a video blogger.
Yes.
Why do we need to create a new word? Just say a lifestyle video blogger. I don't even like the word blogger. Just some person that makes videos and throws them on the internet and then calls that a job. That's what this was. It was created by a person that does that. And days after an Instagram user, Taylor R., posted a photo of herself with these decorated Christmas tree eyebrows, her image became very popular very quickly. Have you seen it? Do you want me to show you?
Sure.
Okay, I'll click on here and show you. For those of you who have not seen it, it's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Those are Christmas tree eyebrows.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you think that's an attractive look?
Not even a little.
That is bizarre. And again, nothing against... She looks like a cute young lady, doesn't she? I think she looks adorable. But, okay, cover those up. Now look at her.
Yeah.
She's attractive. Very attractive. Cover that up, too.
Oh, that's awful.
If we just look at this part of her, I don't get it.
Have you seen the nostril hair extensions?
Yes, I don't understand that either. I don't need those. I mean, if that's in style, finally, I am in style. I mean, just
you
the other
can quit
day,
grooming.
Just the other day, I was complaining about that. I was like, how did this happen? I just trimmed my nose hairs. I don't get it.
Way too much information.
Yeah, probably. Hey, for those of you who do have Christmas tree eyebrows, by the way, like I said, they probably look lovely on you. It's just not my thing. Moving right along. A Louisiana man told police that he stabbed his roommate after they argued over the flavor of their chili. I shouldn't laugh. This is really sad. The stabber was taken to jail. The stabbee was taken to the hospital to be checked out. The chili, by the way, sat on the stove and it got ruined because nobody...
I have actually heard arguments like that, though. Somebody wants it spicy and the other person doesn't want it spicy, and you're putting too much beans.
When I was a kid, we went fishing about 3 hours from our home, and we were there with family friends, and my dad and this other gentleman got in an argument over mustard because...
What does that have to do with chili?
I'm just saying, the argument got so bad, my mother had to come pick us up, and we went home for the week. We left. An argument over food. So I've seen it done too, over even something dumber than chili. It was over mustard. So there you go. You're listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
No more singing, please.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention to let them know that we made a list and we checked it twice.
Who made the list?
Okay, Heidi made a list, but I put it online to make it easy to find some of our favorite ideas for fun gifts.
These are my personal favorites. I have several of these items myself.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Oh my gosh.
You can see the entire list at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John. Dear John.
All right, Heidi, this is one for you here. It says Dear John, but got a feeling this is going to fall into Heidi categories.
All right.
Dear John, I have a weird question for you. Not sure you can even help. My brother and his wife separated a year ago. She had been cheating on him, and he finally found out. They went their own way, and we all thought it was for the better. Many things were said, and I stand by what I said. But now she's come crawling back, and he took her back.
Oh.
There's something weird between my brother and I now, and I'm not sure what I can do about it. He wants me to pretend that nothing happened and move on. I already told him that I can't pretend that it didn't happen, but I assured him I'd not make a big deal of it. He wants me to apologize for the things I said about her when they were apart. I'm stuck in the middle of this. I love my little brother, and I want to see him happy. I'm afraid that she will do this again, but I have to bite my lip and smile. We're going to be stuck in the same house for several hours next week. What do I do? Any advice? Signed, Sad Big Sister. Well, Sad Big Sister, I think you do what your brother said. I'm not saying you need to apologize.
I wouldn't apologize. No
here's
way.
What I would do. I would say this. I'm really sorry that I said what I said, but I said it because I love you. It tears me apart to see what she did to you. There's a part of me that's still concerned.
I don't think he's saying apologize to me. I think he's saying apologize to my wife.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. And even that.
I wouldn't do that. I would gladly apologize to my brother and say, look,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I want you to be happy, but there's no way I would apologize to that harlot.
Okay. Calm down now, Heidi. Here's the thing. You're stuck in the same house. That doesn't mean you have to sit next to each other. That doesn't mean you have to be best buddies. And if I were you, if there's something that comes up that you don't want to talk about, I'd just say, you know what, let's talk about something that's not going to lead to an argument. And take the high road. Again, here's what I would do. If your brother, who you love dearly, wants you to apologize, then I would. And I would be sincere about it. I would just say, I'm really, really sorry that I said what I said, but you need to understand the situation that we were in, I still think was a terrible situation. You know, I'm not thrilled with what you did, but it's not up to me to take you back. It's up to him, and he loves you, and I love him. And I want all of us to be able to get along, so welcome back to the family. Do it again, I'll kill you. So maybe something like that. Maybe not that last line. Again, if your brother has accepted her back into his life, it's not up to you.
No, it's not up to you at all. But you shouldn't have to apologize for the things that you said in anger.
Well, and that's where I'm wondering, because you're assuming that
I'm assuming he wants...
Let me see. He wants me to apologize for the things I said about her when they were apart.
Because he knows what was said about her. Why would he need... She wants him to apologize.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused as to that part. Here's what I would say. Let's do it both ways. Would you apologize to him?
I would apologize to him.
I'm really sorry about what I said about your wife while she was cheating on you, breaking your heart.
Right.
You would apologize, but you wouldn't apologize to her and say,
Nope.
"I'm really sorry that I said what I said about you" when you were breaking his heart. All right. Well, Heidi's opinion. I would apologize either way. I'm telling you right now, because I love my beautiful bride Heidi over here. If something happened, what would the situation be again? Because this is a big sister.
If I cheated on you would take me back?
Well, I wouldn't. I'm not saying that. That's not what.
And you would tell your family to apologize to me?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Wait, who's trying to figure out the equivalent here?
That is exactly the scenario that I
think
just
it is.
described. If I cheated on you and left you and then came back and you took me back, would you tell your sisters to apologize to me?
No, but this is a different scenario. We're not giving advice to the brother. We're giving advice to the sister.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So whose dog was it again? Let's just move on.
I would suggest
apologize.
playing board games so you can scream cheater at her from across the table as many times as you want without it having to mean what everybody else thinks it means.
Don't take Heidi's advice. It's going to be awkward already, so don't do that. I think you should.
Cheater.
I think you should apologize if that's something you want to do. It sounds like you don't want to. So if you don't want to, then don't do it. Take Heidi's advice and just don't do it. If it were me...
Be nice. Be pleasant.
But here's the thing.
Only call her a cheater when she's cheating at games.
If it were me, I would apologize because I love my little brother and I want to make sure that things aren't awkward for them. So I would do what he wants me to do to make sure things are good between us. I don't know if that's a good answer, but that's an answer anyway. If you've got a question for next week, you can ask that, and you can put your own answer on this one at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
We're in that special time of year, one of my favorite times when we celebrate with family and friends. But often that celebration involves alcohol, so please have non-alcohol options available. Sadly, too many times that's not an option, and that can lead to drinking and driving, and much worse. If you're having a party, have a plan. And remember, if you or someone you know needs help kicking a drinking problem, there's a toll-free number you can call, 800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the Caribbean, there are oysters that can climb trees.
Really?
Yeah. Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
It depends.
All right. I think it's...
I've heard it both ways.
So have I. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Worms eat their own doo-doo. Eek.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Squirrels forget where they hide about half of their nuts. I'm part squirrel.
I could see that.
I would too. It'd be like, okay, I know I have more nuts somewhere. Oh, all these trees kind of look the same. All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Over 1,000 birds a year die from smashing into windows. Have you ever seen that done?
I have. I feel
have
so
too.
bad for
I
them.
do too. And I saw one. He was just gliding, and it was funny because I don't know if birds do this, but here's what I assume he was doing. He was kind of looking around, checking things out, and he was gliding along, and then boom, right into a building.
I've seen a bird do it 3 times in a row. He
was
bashed into the window and then kind of backed up and bashed into it again and backed up and bashed into it again.
That was a drunk squirrel.
I was like,
No, a
what
drunk
on
bird.
earth?
Anyway, this has been your fun facts, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
No more singing, please.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention to let them know that we made a list and we checked it twice.
Who made the list?
Okay, Heidi made a list, but I put it online to make it easy to find some of our favorite ideas for fun gifts.
These are my personal favorites. I have several of these items myself.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Oh my gosh.
You can see the entire list at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Do you feel like you're learning something every day when we do this, Heidi?
No.
Is this a learning
I
exercise
have
for
not
you, or-
retained a single word.
You don't remember any of them?
No,
I think you do.
I don't.
How about groak? Me groaking at your food.
I wouldn't have remembered it until you just said it.
You've actually said it to me before. The very next day, I was reaching over to grab some of your fries. You said, "Hey, stop groaking." You don't remember this? And then you stabbed me with a fork, and I had to go to the emergency room. No, I didn't. None of that happened. Hey, our grandiloquent word of the day today is it is macarism. Macarism. It is macarism. Macarism. Finding pleasure in being the source of another's joy. So if you make somebody laugh, that is, and if it makes you feel good to make others laugh, that would be referred to as macarism.
Okay.
Here it is in a sentence. These are never good. The passage concerning David's macarism, therefore, is parenthetical as related to the main line of thought from 1889.
I'm so glad they used it in a sentence so
Me
we
too.
could understand.
Yeah. For a second there, it was hard to understand what they were talking about. This has been your grandiloquent word of the day.
John and Heidi.
Are you paying a bundle to have the channels you want? And even more to have a DVR to watch the shows when you want to watch them? ChannelSurferTV.com wants to help. We have a few options that could save you 45% with Dish TV. Call 1-800-818-3967. See how much you can save by cutting the cable. Plus, we can help you watch on your mobile device. Call 1-800-818-3967. This is a limited time offer that can change fast. Call 1-800-818-3967 or learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time now for your weird news on a Thursday. George Crocus has the coolest name of the day. That's a cool name, Crocus. Well, his name is cool, but what he did was kind of funny. It wasn't so cool. He was the skydiving Santa that missed his landing.
Oh my gosh.
Not the one that... Yeah, we'll talk about that one here in a minute. This is a different one. This was the skydiving Santa. He missed his landing trajectory, crashed into a tree and a light pole, then he hit a Florida beach and broke his leg. Not good. He was dressed as Santa, going to deliver this was for Tampa Bay's Beach Bums Operation Santa charity volleyball tournament. He was going to deliver an elf on a shelf to a 9-year-old girl. Cool. Very cool. But he didn't do it quite right. He missed his landing spot, had all this other stuff. He smashed into a tree and a light pole,
Yikes.
broke his leg. Friends have set up a GoFundMe page for the skydiving Santa's medical expenses. I've got a link to that story on our Facebook page. And I shared one the other day because Heidi, I heard her laughing in the other room, and it was a good belly laugh.
Have not laughed that hard.
I know.
For I can't even tell you how long.
I had to check and see what it was. I couldn't even get like 30 seconds into the video before I started laughing. It was some poor Santa Claus dude. A guy dressed as Santa. So kids, it wasn't the real Santa. It was a guy dressed as Santa. He was coming down. He was going to rappel down for some reason. And his beard got caught in the mountain climbing gear. Anyway, he was just hanging there for a long time.
It is
and
a
the
video
poor lady,
you have to
the
see.
lady that was doing the thing, she's like, okay, kids, Santa's coming. Something magical's about to happen. And I'm like, yeah, nothing magical's happening. What, somebody's finally found a way to untangle his beard? It was
the
deal.
funniest thing. I
that was some funny, weird
loved
news.
that video.
It was good. It's on our Facebook page as well. We've got your moment of duh coming up.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh. Justin Thompson, a Pennsylvania man, tried to hide from police in his girlfriend's attic. Good idea, right? No.
No.
It's never a good idea. He fell through the ceiling and landed on the floor right next to the police, right next to the police officer. They say he was wanted for assault and harassment, which, again, that's not funny. We shouldn't laugh about that. There were children nearby when he fell, so now he's also being charged with endangering the welfare of children. Also resisting arrest. As an added bonus, the girlfriend who knew he was in the attic is also being charged with hindering apprehension. So,
okay, I agree with all of those charges except for endangering the welfare of children
he could have
because he
landed on the
happened to.
child.
Right, but anytime any person in the world falls down, if there's a child nearby, or falls off a roof,
I think it was just.
that's a bogus
That was
charge.
good. Throw the book at him. I mean, don't hide in the attic. There's the lesson learned. Coming up, we've got some good news to get to. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This is the time of year to wrap up one year and begin another. For many businesses, that means a new budget is coming soon. Now, if you have some funds left in your current year's budget, we can help you make that go far. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable. So let us help create a jingle for your business that you can use for years to come. If you have some funds left in the budget this year, we can help you get it done now. If you want to wait until the new year and the new budget, we can lock in a special rate now and you pay later. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. RadioReallyWorks.com.
John and Heidi.
All right, we've got some good news to get to. Before we get to the good news, we got to circle back. Something we talked about a little bit ago. We didn't really get a chance because it was part of another break. We were talking about this video. If you've not yet seen the video, it's on our Facebook page. I posted it the other day.
The greatest video I think I have ever seen.
I feel bad for the guy.
I do too, but I think that's why I found it so funny.
And you could tell that he really felt bad.
And he was embarrassed. My brother would have been mortified by this video.
This was a gentleman who was dressed up like Santa, and he was gonna, rappel down the wall at a mall. I'm not sure why. And then I don't know what he was doing. We never saw what was gonna happen at the end because it never really ended.
It's just the greatest.
There.
It was the greatest thing.
If you can watch that video and you don't get a chuckle out of this poor situation this guy is in, if you don't crack up a little bit,
there's something wrong with you.
I don't know. Maybe we got to quit talking to you because I mean, it was so funny. I was laughing so hard. I had tears running down my face.
I was crying.
And it was, again, I feel unfortunate that the situation is in, and I shouldn't laugh at it, but it was really funny. I'm just glad I was not the announcer.
And I've never seen a Santa in tennis shoes.
Yeah, he's in tennis shoes. He was wearing, I don't know, it's just a bad deal. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And like I said, the video was posted the other day, so you can find it over there.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with some good news, and I think this is a touching story. This is just a really neat thing. I remember there was another place where I've seen one of these, but this is in Roane County, I-40. Christmas tree tradition continues with a new tree. So what this is, a local church is continuing to step up to make sure the Christmas tradition is around for another 40 years or so. For the last 40 years, on I-40 in Roane County, they've been putting up a Christmas tree at the same location. There was a tree in the ditch that was a pine tree. So for 40 years, they've been decorating this thing. So now that one is gone. That tree is gone. And there's a new tree there. And it says, same tradition, new tree. So for all these years, somebody has been doing this, and they said, hey, we just can't let this go. It says no one did that on purpose. It says somebody sprayed chemicals. The road crew did.
Oh, no, and it killed the tree.
And it killed the tree. So
Oh,
nobody
that's
did it
too
on
bad.
purpose, and that's where they just said, okay, we're gonna put a new tree there. And they put up a new tree, and now they're starting all over, and they hope this one will last for 40 years as well. Now, I think it's really cool that they have that. There are traditions like this, and when I was growing up in the area that I grew up in, there was a tree. In the area you grew up in, there was a Christmas tree as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I remember when you and I first got married, we would drive by it quite often. We were going, from town to town. I think it's neat. Now, where you grew up, it was decorated year round. Where I grew up, it was not. It was only at Christmas time. It does not say here whether or not this one was up all the time. The one that they put up now kind of looks more like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Because it's got it's really just a tiny little thing with way too many ornaments on it right now. I've got a link to the story. I've got a link to the whole thing on our Facebook page. I just think it's neat. And for those of you who go out of your way to put a little warmth in the heart of strangers like me just driving by on the highway, thank you for doing that. I think it's cool that people go out of their way to do that. It's neat.
I suppose. I think it's kind of stupid.
Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
I would never go stand on the side of the road.
Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. I think it's really neat. Thank you for doing that. Her opinion doesn't matter. You're listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Time now for the bonus break on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This is a special time of year when people are trying to figure out what is the perfect gift to give to that special somebody. Well, sometimes it's not something you can stick under the tree. Well, I suppose you could put tickets under the tree. If you want to take somebody on a vacation and make some memories, and that is what we're going to be visiting with today. We've got Kia Malone. She's a travel expert, and she's with Expedia. How you doing today, Kia?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. And we were talking a little bit before we went on the air here about Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of people heading there and going and enjoying this place, isn't it? Isn't this a good time to go check it out?
Oh, absolutely. It is certainly open for business. 100 hotels, tons of restaurants are open as well right now, and San Juan is open. And, you know, San Juan is known for those beautiful cobblestone streets in downtown Old San Juan. So the bike and walking tours are waiting for you. Condado and Santurce are also bustling with nightlife right now. And if you want to go see Puerto Rico on a cruise, that's another great way to see the island. Lots of fun things to do around the ports, like salsa classes, rum tasting. Just a lot of fun going on in Puerto Rico right now as they continue to rebuild. Now, let me tell you, Expedia polled 1,000 Americans to find out exactly what was on their wish list this year, and 75% say they want a vacation or some sort of family trip, and 94% of teens say they would prefer a family trip over the latest, gadget or new toy. So it's a great time to take advantage of that because it's just reinforcing the mentality that having great experiences equals happiness.
Absolutely. No, and I was just telling you before we got on the program here, my wife and I just got back from the Dominican Republic, and we had an amazing time there for 80s in the Sand, and those are memories that we get to have forever and ever and ever. And there are things that you go and you'll buy a gift for somebody that they'll use it once and then they'll kind of never use it again. Instead of that, give them memories that last a lifetime. And Expedia has some really simple and easy ways to make all of this happen, don't you?
Oh, definitely. You want to bundle. When you bundle, you save time and you save money. In fact, you can save $600 right now on Expedia.com when you bundle your flight and hotel or your flight and rental car. You can also save $1,100 on packages to Cancun, even the Bahamas. And let me tell you, the top 3 destinations that people want for Christmas this year: European adventures, beach trips, and weekend getaways. So if you want to go see the Christmas villages in Europe, Portugal, Barcelona, and Nice, France are the perfect places to go. But also keep this in mind, Christmas is on a Monday this year, so the weekend before will be very, very busy at the airports and train stations. So you want to make sure that you plan ahead, either go a few days before Christmas or travel a few days after.
Well, Kia, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us. Is there a special page they go to if they want to get more information on all the fun things we talked about for Puerto Rico?
Sure. You want to go to seapuertorico.com, and for more information on how to bundle and save some time and money with your travel packages, head over to Expedia.com.
Very nice. And seapuertorico.com is S-E-E, so it's not just like the letter C, it's S-E-E as in C with your eyes, and that's what you're going to want to do is go check it out. And the thing that's neat is this is an interesting time to be there because you can see all of the beautiful things that are in Puerto Rico, but you can also be there and see during the rebuilding and see all the things that are coming together and all the people working together in other parts of Puerto Rico. So it would be a really cool time to be there.
Oh, absolutely. And, that's the easiest and best way for you to help out in Puerto Rico. Go visit. Go, eat at those local restaurants. Go stay at those hotels. And you are actually contributing to the rebuilding efforts. And, Puerto Rico takes the holiday season very seriously. It lasts forever, it seems. Lasts well through the month of January to the end of January. And you have the San Sebastian Festival that goes on for 4 days in Old San Juan. And it is a lot of fun. So even if you don't want to travel during the month of December, there's still plenty to do in Puerto Rico and celebrate the holidays well into January.
All right. Thank you so much, Kia. It was nice to chat with you.
Same. Thank you. And happy holidays.
And you as well, Kia Malone, and she's with Expedia.com. That's the website you go to book all that travel. If you'd like to learn more about Puerto Rico and how you can help during their rebuilding phase, the website, seepuertorico.com. And I've got a link to all of this at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.